Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Valter Nassi. I came here 18 years ago, and I will, according to me, remain here forever.
Valter, amazing. I know him for 17 years, and he's a great teacher, great father.
We have a team that's incredible.
He made me feel like his son, because he always called me, Don Carlos, how are you, Don Carlos, you need anything?
No matter what day it was, he will call you and he will ask you, what are you doing? Well, I'm home. Would you like to come and have a cup of espresso with me? So, in that 20 minutes, 30 minutes that he wanted to be with you, it was almost 4 hours with him. But it was something that he always will remember, because it was something that he was teaching you, and it was a purpose of that.
He worked all day. I don't know if he ever sleep really. Sometimes I will leave the restaurant at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I will come back at 9 a.m. in the morning, and he will be here. And I always thought he might have a little secret room somewhere hiding here. Until now, I haven't found it yet.
One of my love, beside my family, is what I do.
He was always in the restaurant, always thinking about the day, the next day, the next week, always thinking about what we have to do, what we have to improve, what we have to do every day.
Many people call working. I don't call working. I call it joy, and I try.
We were good friends and business partners, and we talked about things as friends do, not necessarily business. It could be anything. And we told each other what we felt and had honest and open discussions. And, Valter was kind of like Las Vegas. What you said to him stayed with him.
By the way, forgive my English, because it's really something that I try to cure, but my Italian situation want me to speak like that.
My favorite Valter quote is "Sí." Yes was his answer to anything. Even when he didn't know how he was going to pull it off, he would always just say yes and then figure out things on the backside.
I would love to say yes, because I am positive out of that.
My favorite Valter quote is, "Happy birthday!" or "Andiamo, andiamo."
Andiamo? Andiamo no?
He told me once that with one chance to live, you should make it a superior experience. And he made each day count, regardless of the trials or the pain or the hardships or the frustrations that he was experiencing.
My life has been spectacular.
My favorite memories of Valter are always eating at his home on Sundays, where he would cook from our garden, and the Italian tailor would come, and the Italian mushroom hunter would come, and he would break out Prosecco. In his kitchen, he was a great teacher and a great friend.
I have my gratitude to this city, because everybody coming here, yes, coming to Salt Lake City, yes, but my people here, my local people say, let's go to water. What I want more.
I remember the very first time I took my wife to Valter's. It was her birthday. I had been there once before, but she had no idea what to expect. I tried to prepare her for that moment, but it was incredible to see the way he treated her. He knew it was her birthday. He made her feel like the most special, important person in the entire world, and she couldn't wait to come back.
Well, I'll never forget the first time that I went into Valter's and he recognized me. It wasn't the first time that I'd been there, but it was the first time that I went in and he actually recognized me and he remembered my name and he came up to me and he gave me a hug and he kissed me on the cheek, and I just felt like it was the best day of my life.
This is a Salt Lake. as a city of love.
Well, every gig we played in Salt Lake, we would end up at Valter's, and he'd stay open late for us, and he'd feed us all this food, and we had such a great time. He was such a great host. He always brought joy and laughter to everything that he did, and it was like seeing your favorite uncle every time he showed up at his restaurant. So I just wanted to celebrate his life, celebrate his memory, and let everybody know how much we'll miss him.
I had the pleasure of knowing Valter for over 20 years. He would invite me over for lunch, just the two of us, and we'd talk about the restaurant, about life, about Italy, so many wonderful things. He will live in my heart forever. Thank you, Valter, for making me a better man through our friendship.
When I first met Valter 5 years ago, me entering the restaurant, I thought that we knew each other for 50 years. And since I came, we became friends. So close that he asked and invited me every time to come to his restaurant. And it was a very challenging moment in my life because my cholesterol level went up. My hypertension went berserk. And so, Valter, I know how much you love me and how much you love your people. The people who come and enter your restaurant becomes their home.
There's something inherent in feeding people that brings a warmth and a conviviality and breaks down barriers among people. And that's really an experience I had time and time again at Valter's.
Gary Herbert here, along with Vice President Mike Pence and Arturo. We just finished having a wonderful meal here at Valter's with a lot of great people. And the only thing that made it better would be if you'd been here with us, Valter, at Valter's.
Valter, we wish you could have been with us tonight. Karen and I and a group of wonderful people all had an incredible meal. Arturo opened up the place. I want to thank you for your hospitality, and I want to assure you of the love and prayers of all of us in this room. God bless you, and thank you, Valter, for all you have done for Salt Lake City and for Utah.
Each human being in Salt Lake City gave the possibility to create one incredible place to live.
He raised the bar really for fine dining in our community. That's so important as you look at a community that really has so much to offer, to have a place where you can have an over-the-top evening that he provided. Was pretty special. It's one that my husband and I didn't take advantage of as much as I would have liked, but at least once a year we'd go down there and check in with him and have the meal of the year.
In fact, just this morning I saw a national headline that had Salt Lake City rated as one of the 10 best foodie places in the country. I think that is directly a contribution and recognition an accolade that ties back to Valter Nassi, and we are so grateful for everything that he did for our community, and we will miss him.
The phrase that I told you, Salt Lake, my city, basta.
For all of us in the kitchen, he's not gone. We're just thinking that he's on vacation. And when the doorbell rings, we think it's him. But we realize at the end that it's not him, but every time that we cook, every recipe that he gave us until his last days, we remember him as a great chef, as a great person, as a great human being.
My life was full of episodes. Episode and lucky that time.